enjoyable morning. Nice to be out even if it was cold. I'm out on the old back roads this morning, doing a little cruising around, trying to spot some crows here and there. We got a little bit of a snow last night, probably about 3 or 4 inches, not a lot, but it was really cold this morning, about 10 degrees. It's warmed up, it's up in the teens right now, but crows tend to sit up in trees along these old country roads and farming places and fields and stuff, and wherever they're feeding, and gives a good opportunity to do a little crow sniping. I have permission on several farms and places around to hunt, so that's not much of a problem normally. You get off on these old gas well roads, it's not a problem. The only thing with crow sniping is you have to watch where you shoot with a rifle. If you know the terrain and where houses are and that sort of thing, you can take crows from treetops, but that can be risky if you don't know anything about the terrain or what lies beyond where the bullets are going to hit. Back here in the mountains where I live, there's just endless miles of mountains, and I will deliberately choose my shot so that I know where the bullet's going to hit. It's not worth human life or destroying property just for a crow. So that's very important, and that's one thing to keep in mind about crow sniping with a rifle. You really need to practice good safety. Anyway, we're going to go out through here and see if we can find a crow or two sitting around somewhere, and probably feeding some of the old farms and stuff. See what we can find. Yesterday evening I was driving out on the farm and saw some crows sitting in a tree. They tend to perch in these trees down here. Tried to get a shot but was unsuccessful. And I set this blind up and came back early this morning. I got here just about daylight. Temperature's pretty cold this morning, it's about 14 degrees. But I was watching these trees here where these crows tend to perch, and a big hawk come flying in and landed there in the tree, and a crow saw it and came after it and perched right in the top of the tree there. So I took it with a 17 HMR, shooting a 20 grain CCI game point. Little 17's a really great crow sniper. That's my main rifle that I use for shooting crows with a rifle. It's very accurate and flat shooting from about 50 to 100 yards. It's very flat shooting, and so it's great for crows. I've had a good morning. It's pretty cold this morning, but I've had a good morning. Another method I've been trying lately is calling crows over decoys. I placed a couple of decoys down here. I started with a crow rally sound, got quite a bit of interest. The crows were flying about, and a few landed in the treetops, and it was difficult for me to get the camera on them and get in shooting position, but had I not been filming, I probably could have shot another one or two. I managed to shoot one pretty good distance. Haven't ranged it yet, but I'll get the rangefinder here in a minute. This looks like it's going to be productive. Not as productive as shotgunning and so forth, but just one more method. Tell you a little about my setup this morning. I deliberately picked this group of trees here because I know that the shot is in a safe direction. I expected or was hoping that the crows would land in the tree so I could get a shot with the rifle. And this direction is very safe. I know the terrain, I know the mountains. There's endless mountains back this way. I would not take a shot over here in this direction because there are houses in the distance, so I wouldn't do that. So I deliberately chose this spot out of safety.